Hi, good afternoon, everyone. We'll wait for around 5 minutes so that maximum members can join. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, answer. Hi, Sanjeev. Good afternoon. Yeah, we can start in 1 minute. If anyone can join, they can join and continue. Hi Satish. Hi Azinkya. Okay, we can start now. And anyway, the recording will be available for the people who are going to join late, so they can watch the video. So first of all, thanks to all of you for joining. And like I mentioned earlier, that I come up with a list of questions. Actually, I have one set of questions for this session, which I prepared 2 days before. But one of our old students, I've attended one interview, and she gave some list of questions and asking for the answers. I felt like, okay, it's a new set of questions which were asked by some interview. No need to which company interview and all, because this is not something like when you write an exam, right? MSET, what kind of questions will come, and BITS Pilani, what kind of questions will come. That can vary, but here the person and the interviewer and the project requirement, their years of experience, and what kind of work you have mentioned in your resume, all these points will play the key role for getting questions. So that let's focus on the questions, and which company interview and all, it doesn't make much sense. Maybe the methodology and the project, based on that the questions can change. So let's focus on the questions, and I'm going to explain you with answer, and along with wherever it is required, I will show in SAP system at least the configuration path or where we are going to do it. Okay, so I put the question and answers ready, so to save some time with typing, but wherever it is required, of course we go for the typing also. So all of you, I think today we are targeting to get more subscribers also during this live. So if anyone is newly visit our channel, and you came for the first time, or you're watching our videos in recent days, then please subscribe our channel, and so that we can reach our 50,000 mark at least 1 month before. So subscribe our channel, and you can share this link to your friends so that they also can join, because this live will be there for next 1 hour, so that definitely they will get benefit. And I will try to see if any questions, but the main focus of this live is a set of questions are there, and I'm going to give you the question answer and also with explanation, because we are not trying for some competitive exam just to learn question and answer. Still they also need some kind of a background, but we need more background and the business requirement, what configuration we are doing, what kind of setting we are doing. So everything will play the key role, so that you can just make it like learn, understand, then you can do it. So whatever technology you are moving, and to functional side, learn business process, not just interview question and answer, and not just transaction codes or like that. Why we are doing the process, and why can't we do consignment procurement every place, and why can't we do subcontracting everywhere, and why can't you use only standard procurement, why are you having these kind of different kind of procurements? Okay, so that kind of business experience, business knowledge you need to develop. Okay, so then only you can understand, and you can talk confidently in the interview. If you just prepare question and answer, then that doesn't make you the better consultant. Okay, so that's what everyone has to focus. Interview questions and answers with explanation. So we made this kind of session around 2 months before. You can search and find that video also. Definitely that will be helpful. And yeah, let's go to our agenda today. So anyone new people join, we have not yet started, we are going to start now, and you can watch the video again because I will keep it in public only. You can watch it, and once you come to this live, please share the link immediately so that anyone can get benefit, because we can watch videos but live interaction rarely can happen. Even I'm planning at least once in a month or once in 2 months in the coming days, but let's see based on the availability and the concept, mainly your cooperation. Like the more views or more reaching to the people, then we will get a lot of inspiration and motivation that my efforts are being helpful to maximum people. Okay, so the motivation completely in your hands, and keep sharing. So let's start our interview question and answers. So actually these interview question and answers I got on 30th, just yesterday only. So I prepared the questions and answers. Let's go with, I think this could be fine. So the first question, POs with account assignment category K will hit with PRD account. Okay, the question is like whenever you create a purchase order with account assignment category K cost center, will it hit PRD account? Okay, POs with account assignment category K, you can ask like, will the POs with account assignment category hit PRD account during GRRIR? Okay. So the answer is never, because what happens whenever you do this, PRD means price difference, the price difference from the material master price which you maintained in the standard price, okay, or moving average price. Any kind of a differences come, then the PRD will hit. But when you're taking this account assignment category K, as soon as you do the goods received with account assignment category K, system will consume the stock, so there is no stock update, so there is no chance of hitting the price difference account. So let me show you here. For example, your material So here what happened, material price is 100 INR, the standard price. Okay, stock is 20. PO was created with different price and account assignment category is given as K. The PO quantity is 10. But once the GR is posted for 10 pieces, the stock is still 20. There is no changes to the stock because immediately it is getting consumed, so there will not be any impact. So you will not get any kind of a price difference. The value whatever you posted, that will be loaded on the consumption account and the GRIR, so that there will not be any PRD account. Okay, I hope it's clear. And next we'll go to the next question. If you set delivery complete indicator, DCI means delivery complete indicator, DCI delivery complete indicator in PO, will further GRs be posted? Okay, so if you keep a delivery complete indicator, can you post further GRs? The answer is yes. See, actually when you keep the delivery complete indicator, system will still allow to do GR until the PO quantity is completed. Okay, so what happens even when you're going for if you have a remaining quantity, then still you can post extra quantity if you have a tolerance limit, unlimited or 20%. Okay, so the answer is still you can post till the PO quantity or PO quantity with tolerance you can post. Okay, mainly the tolerance you can leave it for the just to avoid the confusion. So what we can say, the explanation, PO quantity is 100, GR quantity equal to 100. Okay, so if you take the case 1 and case 2, if you take the two cases, PO quantity 100 and GR quantity also GR posted, then delivery complete indicator automatically put it as X by the system. Now you are trying to do the GR, then system will not allow. But PO quantity is 100 but GR was 70, and the business has decided that they don't want to do the PO for any further process. Then you kept the delivery complete indicator equal to X. But if you try to go to MIGO and try to do the GR, still system will allow to do the GR. Okay, so that is the standard behavior. Then you can ask the question that I don't want to allow any GR, then what to do? I always recommend that you go to the purchase order and keep the, if you go to ME22N and take any purchase order which is available in the system. Okay, take any one purchase order. So I always recommend, if you don't want to allow any goods received in the future, please keep it block. Okay, keep the block indicator so that system will not allow you to do any goods received in the future. You can ask like, why can't you keep a delete? Because delete will have a multiple kind of a controls, like GR, IR should be same. And also if you keep the deletion flag, if there is any archival process happen in the system, this PO will be archived. So if you keep the block indicator, whenever you want you can unblock again. And also if there is any archive process happen, this PO will not be considered, because to archive a purchase order, the prerequisite is you should keep the deletion flag. So I recommend this one if you want to stop the PO for any GR, IR in the future. So I'm going to provide a few details. Then what is the benefit of delivery complete indicator? You can see here that two things. Once you keep the delivery complete indicator, PO will be disappeared from the stock requirement list. I think most of you are aware about MD04. MD04, where you can see the stock requirement list. A material, how much stock is available, what are the purchase orders created, and what are the outbound deliveries or sales orders. All the information you can see in MD04. So in that MD04, the purchase order which has delivery complete indicator will be disappeared. It means you close the PO and you are not expecting any quantity from that PO, so that it will be removed from the stock requirement list. So during MRP run, if you have any shortage of stock, system will create a new purchase requisition, but it won't consider the purchase order which has delivery complete indicator. That's the main significance. Second significance, you know that in ME2N we have a parameter W101. So whenever you run the purchase order open PO report, this PO will not be visible in the open PO because you put the delivery complete indicator. Let's do the testing. So we'll take another PO 8. Okay, so this purchase order, no GR, nothing. So I'm taking this PO number and going to another screen. Okay, so we got a new screen. Report is ME2N. ME2N, and here most of you are aware about the selection parameters. I always recommend you to use two selection parameters mostly popular. One is open goods received WE101 and open invoices. For example, if the requirement from the user is I want to get the list of purchase orders which have open goods received, okay, then you need to go WE101. If they ask you that we want the list of purchase orders which have open invoice receipts, then you need to recommend this RECHNUNG. You may ask the question like what is the WE103 and all. For example, a few companies use this 103 and 105, okay, or 107 and 109. So they receive the stock always to the GR block stock, and once the stock quality everything they verify and other parameters, then they move the stock to main stock by using 105 or 109. If that kind of a company, they can run this 103, but as a generic 101 receipt, use 101 WE101, and I'm going to give this purchase order number and execute it. So let's give scope of list ALV. See, this PO is available as part of open PO. Now what I'm going to do, click on edit, go to delivery, put the delivery completed indicator. Okay, now save the PO. So delivery complete indicator is put, and you save the PO and run the same report. ALV, execute it. See here, no suitable PO documents found, so it is disappeared from the system. And ME23N, this is the way. So how you can find it. So I hope you understand the importance of delivery complete indicator. But if you want to stop your any goods receipt or invoice receipt in the future, I recommend to keep the block indicator, the same solution I have given in our recent projects. I hope these two questions. So this session is not just question answer, how we do mock interview or even mock interview also. I tried to explain one or two lines, but we don't have this much scope to explain in detail what is the business requirement and why do you do and what exactly you have to do. But these sessions, what I planned in 2023, 2 months before, and thanks to everyone for your wonderful response for that. And as of now 15,000 plus people have watched that video. So this session also question, and we are going to give the explanation also, so please don't miss it. I always mention that if you prepare for interview, if you are preparing for a job, okay, until the interview is scheduled, please prepare daily for practicing, for understanding the business process, but not just interview question and answer. If you are giving 3 hours per day, 2.5 hours must be practice or watching the concept videos or reading any kind of a concept or practicing. Only 30 minutes you can spend for interview question and answers. Before interview, 2 days or 3 days before, almost you can spend in 4 hours or 3 hours of your time, 2.5 hours of time, maximum time you can give for interview question and answers, for feeling more confident and to explain confidently. Okay, that should be your agenda. And most of you, I think you are aware about interview tips by Ganesh Padala. Okay, so interview tips by Ganesh Padala. If you see this video, see interview tips by Ganesh Padala, I explained that this is one of the popular videos on our channel. I explained about how to prepare for interview, okay, and what kind of questions can come. There are different type of interviewers will proceed based on the resume, based on your projects, what you mentioned in the resume, or else what they need for the project. Okay, what kind of project they are interviewing for. Okay, so they are interviewing for a support project or implementation project or the migration project. Based on that, the questions will come. And few interviewers will go with certain kind of set, like first they check your master data org structures, and they will go for procurement, inventory, and special procurement. If you are good in different areas, then they go for any developments. Then they can check for your recent projects, what kind of roles, challenges. So there are certain kind of if you prepare properly, and 40 to 50% of questions you can already have answers with you when you attend for the interview. So always don't copy, just blind copy and paste and prepare your resume. If you're really doing that, please read each line. If you're not confident, keep it in a red color and ask your mentor or trainer, whoever, what is the use of this one and what I cannot understand. Get backup to talk about each line what you mentioned in the resume. If you're not clear, if you have not worked on that, or if you don't have knowledge, please remove it. Okay, going with 100 things and you have only 50 60 in your mind, then it will be a clear failure. Okay, keep it 70 60 and give your best for the 50. Okay, so 70 to 80% of performance you can give it. There are many useful videos out there, just you need patience. Okay, compared to keeping a comment, put the same sentence, and for everything you can add Ganesh Padala, so that if there is a video related to that topic, you will get it. Otherwise you can search for any other good YouTube channel which you are following. Okay, so we have a lot of content nowadays, which is not available 10 years back when we are juniors. Okay, so now only thing is you need to have how to get it, or how to prepare and how to search and spend your time. Not just let me clear interview, then I will practice. So please leave such kind of attitude if anyone has. Okay, so now let's go to the next question. If you did BCom, so I think you try SAP Finance if you're comfortable with all those stuff, because for example, BCom means you have still scope for the accounting purpose. Okay, the competition is not much like MM or SD, so many people cannot just go for FICO. So I suggest you to go for FICO. Hi Veena, hi Jnanavika, thanks for joining. So there are a few videos on MRP on our channel, you can check it, and definitely I will plan further. Open PO, if you flag DCI or final invoice indicator, it will allow. Now DCI, just now explained about the delivery complete indicator. It can only remove from open PO report, and it will remove from your stock requirement list, but it will still allow you to do the goods receipt if there is a PO quantity open. Okay, final invoice is it won't stop you for Miro. Okay, final invoice is again for a kind of financial related things, but it won't stop you to create Miro. Still you can create Miro. Okay, I think you can see the few new members have joined while discussing. We have discussed 2 questions. This is not something like within 30 minutes we can cover 30 questions like that, and each question we are going to spend at least 5 minutes of time to explain the details and the business purpose. Why do you do, okay, so why the business decide to close certain kind of POs. Okay, they already got, and the vendor is getting lot of delay, so that they decided, let's stop it, we don't want any material in the future. Okay, we will go with a new vendor. Then they can decide to stop that PO. Okay, or else they have more changes in the PO pricing. Okay, and PO pricing and other legal things, so that they decided that let's stop the pending POs with the vendor, and they are going with a new contract for all the new materials. So there can be different business reasons. So technically how to do we have learned, and business wise I have given 2 examples now. Like that there will be multiple examples. You are a function consultant, you must understand the requirement and go with logic, not just like a question answer preparing. So thanks for joining, and you please share this link to your friends so that they can utilize the next 40 to 45 minutes of our live session. Okay, the next question. These are all faced by one of our old students or our SAP family members. Why I'm using SAP family, the family word, maybe I don't know how to take it, but why I'm using, because I cannot say student word, because I can give you, now I'm okay, I have some good experience and exposure of different projects in global and domestic, and also we crossed 10 plus years of consulting, so many people are juniors. Okay, but during 2016 I taught few people who are 5 years 8 years experienced than me. Okay, they were very good in SD, they are very good in FI, and even they are good in MM, but they don't have implementation experience. But I had 2 implementations within my first 2 years of experience, so I was teaching those things. So for those people I cannot say students, because they came for a few hours of guidance, or they came for learning certain key topics like pricing procedure or subcontracting or accounting determination, or else how to develop a custom reports or kind of enhancements, how do you give the logics. They learned only specific things for 3 hours or 4 hours, or else they have taken our videos and enhanced their skills. So the students word, sometimes I may use it, but most of the times I try to avoid it, because I cannot say student because they are senior to me. They learned only few things from me, and we have multiple few people learned everything from us, like from the basics of MM, and few people only certain guidance sessions, few people only real time, few people watch the videos. So I have a categories like 10 plus categories of people. Few are just took the guidance, no any not any technical things. So just I act as a mentor for many people. So I try to use the one word called maybe SAP circle or SAP family. I use the word compared to using students, because the students may be applicable for few people but not all the people. Okay, I hope you can get that meaning. And yeah, thanks again. I can see Kamal Kishore and any other people from our 100 and plus people who met me in last few months in different cities. Thanks to all of you for spending your time, weekends, or valuable time to come and meet me, because you spent only 2-3 hours or 4 hours of time. Few people in Delhi and Mumbai, I see that they travel 2 hours just to meet me and again go back to home for around 2 hours. So thanks for your 4 to 5 hours of time for me, because that is not just a meeting, or just that is not just I visited and met the people. It is my lifetime memory, because I cannot imagine that I can plan again. I don't know, but even in last 6 years I never got the thought. I got immediately, I applied and I traveled 5 cities to meet people. It's a lifetime memory. I can say like a one-time memory in my life. Thanks to all the people who spend the time, and whoever missed, let's see if anything in the future, but it will be a good memory. If you want to see those memories, you can come to our channel and search as Ganesh Padala SAP family meet, like that, so that you will find our videos. Okay, and the next question: accounting entries in intercompany STO process during goods receipt. Okay, we mentioned in different videos that intercompany STO process will have the billing and those customer relation and all. But at high level, for the procurement person, I see at the high level, intercompany STO process will look like our normal standard procurement process. Other company is a vendor and the company is the customer. So we create the purchase order and we get the product. But only thing is, we create as a customer and the company, and the process is within like overall our organization, but both are two different company codes. So we will also process the billing to do that respect to payments and all. Okay, so anyway, our question is what is the accounting entries? It's a purely stock account, VSX debit. Okay, stock account VSX debit, and WRX we cannot keep red color, they have not given orange. This MacBook few things. Okay, let's use red only, no option. Maybe I will use the font as white. Why I'm giving the green and red only for to make you to understand positive and negative, that's it. Okay, so receiving plant stock get debit, and GRR clearing account get credit, because you need to post the invoice receipt so that the process will be similar like how we procure from another vendor. So next question: can we use two output types for same PO? One is printout, another one is you just send an email. Yes, not only two, you can have 3 output types also. One for printout, one for external send, means sending email, another one for EDI to send the data as XML or JSON structure to the vendor. So yes, you can use it, and you can determine based on the condition records. Okay, so only thing is, I observed in one of our projects that one is if you are keeping all 4, means immediate send, one is external send and all. Let me show the maybe if you find something. Yeah, so only my suggestion is you have to test properly. If you are keeping send immediately, okay, so send immediately for every application, you have to ensure that everything is working fine or not, because if you are keeping two output types, external send and EDI, both at 4, then one of them could be failed. So that how I managed my situation during that project, I put one which is very important. For example, EDI is important, so I put it 4, send immediately. And for the PDF which we are sending to other system, I put it 3, and we run background job for AC93, background job for ME9F. We have ME9F where you can complete the output. For this program, we put a background job which will run for every 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So that all PDF, anything pending with 3 indicator, system will just process those POs, so that I avoid that issue. So if you are using multiple output types, if you are keeping everything 4, please test properly. If one of them is getting failed, means how to manage it, keep it as 3 and activate the background job for 15 minutes or 30 minutes based on your business urgency. Even 5 minutes also if the PDF is required within short time, so you can manage the timing, but you have to activate the background job. So here I want to tell you one thing. Okay, so you're not seeing the indicators, right? You're not seeing the indicators, and when you come to the purchase order, you're not seeing the which is the your technical name, like NB, GNB. Okay, and then what you have to do, this is again the settings. Let us try to change the, we have options. I think we need to change the theme. Let me open the theme. This is a one problem I always face when I use MacBook. There are the settings are little different, not little, lot. Generally, when we use the normal GUI, here you will see an option called here you will see the option with red color button. So click on that button, and then you go for visual design. So in the visual design, you can select the keys, so that these keys will become entries. For MacBook, maybe somewhere option will be there. We need to find it. Okay, so anyway, so like that you can just activate that one. And even recently, if you open our channel also, I put it the videos on basic navigation settings. Okay, let me show that playlist. You can check the basic navigation. Yeah, in these videos, so in these videos I explained that options. Yeah, exactly. We are not showing in this on MacBook, but we are going to show in our video. You can see here video, and normally whenever you come to your SAP, there is a color button here, right? Okay, I'm going to switch on that audio. Okay, I hope you got the answer, and in MacBook somewhere the option where it is available, maybe we can check later, otherwise it's not that important. So my personal suggestion is, when you ever want to use more SAP, I think MacBook is not that comfortable. You try to little bit time to adopt it. Okay, so you can put that indicators, always you activate it so that you can see the all the details. See here. Okay. So you can use these output types. So that's the next question. And before we go for a lengthy question, let's see any comments or anything from the people. Yeah, definitely I plan for the MRP session. Okay, PD is only the raw production requirements, and G1 mostly it would be customized, someone would have created it. Okay, and VB manual order point and VB. Okay, so based on that you can check it. I will plan for more MRP videos. Yeah, congratulations Subhankar for clearing interview with our mock interview. Yeah, that was the common statement I always listen from our followers and students or friends, whoever. If you watch the 6 hours of mock interview videos, and many questions are repeated in the interview. So the utility, like I told you, right, I put my efforts for more than 7 years. This September we are completing 8 years. So I'm keeping continuous efforts, and that's your job now, how to come to our channel and use the playlist to find the videos and learn, and if you like it, and share with the people. Okay, so we cannot make it like a lot of marketing people and all, because those are all, we cannot do it. Okay, so you are the marketing people for me. When we have daily 2000 to 2500 people are visiting our channel, in that 2500, at least 20 to 100 people, at least 100 people can decide to share our videos, then that will make a huge impact. Okay, if 2500 we don't want 2000 people share our videos, it may not happen also, but at least 200 people, 300 people can start sharing, then that will give a good impact. Scheduling agreement, contract scheduling agreement is like PO. It can directly go to vendor for procurement. Contract is only a legal document which will be feeding the quantity or price and all those things. So Incoterms is the international commercial terms, how the insurance, if there is any damage happened, you can go for international commercial terms in Google. Okay, so Incoterms, Incoterms wiki. Okay, so you can go to Incoterms, and these are all common things. It's not SAP overall supply chain related terminologies. You can read everything, what is CPT, what is CIP, because it will decide that if there is a damage happened in the port, if there is a damage happened while, yeah,
కావాలి ఖుషి బోల్ కొంటాం కిందకెళ్ళి తర్వాత
okay,
కొబ్బరికాయ.
So if some damage happened in between carrier or while traveling, who has to bear the insurance, who has to bear the cost, all those terms are well designed by the international guidelines, so that you can read those things. Okay, let's go for our question. There are two plants under one company code. One is in India and another one in Sri Lanka. What are the concurrent address? So actually, intra-company, the company code will be, when the country changes, company code will be different only. In my experience, I never see that one company code in one country and another company code in another country, because company code is a legal and your profit and loss balances will happen there, and your overall main currency will be there, right? The currency will be different. Sri Lanka will have their currency and India will have their currency, but I never come across the technically we can derive some accounting entries, but logically when you see it, if you are each country you will create a different company codes. Okay, so and if you are not creating a company code, the balance sheet, the calculations, everything will be challenging. So let's come to that kind of a statement, because in my experience I never see that same company code have two plants in two different countries. When the country is changing, definitely you get a new company code. If any, maybe few scenarios it may be available, okay, then we can derive some accounting entries. But when you get that kind of question in the interview, tell confidently that company code will have the main currency and the profit and loss, everything will be calculated the company code level. I never see in my experience that one company code has two plants in the two different countries, where the legal, taxation and profit balance sheeting and everything will be different for the country to country. So mostly they go with a different company code. Okay, thanks to all the members who new members. I think we see some 8 new members have joined, and you don't have to worry that whatever questions are completed, it will be available in public, so that you can watch again. So, but to whoever available, the 32 active viewers, please share this link to your friends so that they can join and utilize the remaining questions. Okay, let's go to the next question. Yeah, this is the lengthy question. Even I try to give more explanation. When will PRD account? When will PRD account get hit? Okay, so the blind statement we can give that the PRD will trigger when the standard price is maintained in the material master record is different from the price in MIGO. MIGO means price in purchase order, because in MIGO you cannot change it, right? Price during GR or IR. IR, I don't have to mention the purchase order in the bracket, because in IR you can change the price. So direct statement you can say that a material is standard price is $100 and PO is created with $120 and you posted, then 20 will go for price difference. It's a direct statement. The other chance, that is the important one. Actually we have one video I have not yet published. I will try to, if anyone in the live 32 members, you have a good editing skills and you can send them an email to me. I have some 15 to 20 videos need to watch, and we have to trim, we have to split a bit. If you are interested, maybe 1 or 2 people can send email. So one of those things is this price difference and price difference related moving average price, standard price. I made a video here. So definitely you can send an email so that I will share it. Okay, coming to this case, PRD directly it will come. So standard price, I think I don't have to explain, because if the purchasing price is different from the material master standard price, that respective amount will go for price difference account. That's direct statement. So let me give you that. Sound Live. Okay, standard price like I mentioned, it's a straight scenario. Material, $100, and PO price means per unit price, maybe $120 per PC. PO quantity equal to 10 pieces. When you post a GR, what happened? Stock account BSX will not bother about PO price and all. It will only take the material standard price. So 1000 debit, 1000 debit, then GR IR clearing account WRX. How much? GR WRX clearing account, because based on the PO it will go with the based on the PO one, so that it will be 1200 credit and price difference account PRD, the remaining extra 200 debit. GRI clearing account will be 1200 credit. So this is what happens when we are doing the stock or inventory, whatever word you use it. So this is during the goods receipt. During invoice receipt, it will be debit, vendor account KBS 1200 credit. Straightforward. So whatever the remaining amount, it will directly load on the price difference account. So this is what happens when it is a standard price. Material is $100 price, but PO is created with extra. So now when will PRD will come for the moving average price related things? That is the little tricky one. So now what happened at a high level, what I can say, during GR, and it will directly, so normally you have posted with GR, you will not get any kind of price difference account during goods receipt. Okay, so but during invoice receipt you will get the entries. Just to avoid typing, I already prepared these things. Okay, so now what happened, let's take the case 1 and case 2. Okay. PO is created with 10 pieces and the per unit price is $20. Total PO amount is $200. The current moving average price of the material is $20. So now the GR is posted against PO. So now the stock is 10 pieces and MAP is $20. So during goods receipt, there is no price differences because PO is also created for the same price. And like I mentioned that if there is a PO created with a different price also, we will not have any impact. So let's take it this same example. Okay, same example. If you take it with moving average price, moving average price. If you take the same example with moving average price, material MAP is 100, PO price is 120. So now what happened? Directly stock account 1200 debit, there will not be any price difference. So this is what happens with moving average price. Okay, so moving average price, whatever the extra amount, it will directly load it on the stock account only. That's why the MAP will be impacted and MAP will become 120. So based on the MAP will be based on the total value by total quantity. So standard price always PRD will come, but there is a special case where MAP also can give you PRD. That is the example I'm going to explain you now. So PO quantity and same amount, PO amount is same and MAP is same. So after you have done the GR, there is no impact to MAP. It is completed. So the case one, what happened? You have received 10 quantity, but you have consumed the total 10 pieces for goods issue for cost center or production order. You completely consume the stock. There is no stock in your warehouse. Warehouse stock is 0 for that material. Okay, whether previous stock, nothing, no stock is available. Your warehouse stock of that material is 0. Invoice is not yet posted. Only this case, you have to remember that during goods received for MAP, you will not get any kind of price difference because you are first posting the GR, but now you are posting the invoice receipt. The vendor has sent you the invoice receipt for $250, means $50 extra than the projected amount. The PO amount more than that, $50 extra is sent. So now $250 they posted invoice receipt. System will check what is the stock of that material. When the system is checking the stock, it found 0. So vendor account 250 credit, it's very easy to find out because we are creating invoice receipt for 250. So we will pay 250. So vendor account 250 gets credit, straightforward. And GRIR clearing account 200 debit because during goods receipt you got GRIR clearing account 200 credit. So opposite entry you got it. So remaining 50, generally what happens, system will post on the stock account, but to post on the stock there is no stock, 0. In that case it will go and post that 50 into price difference account. I hope it is clear. I will give you the case 2, then you will get more clarity. So case 2, same kind of a PO, GR is for 10 pieces and $200, everything is done, but you have consumed total 5 pieces for business purpose. 5 pieces is in your stock. Okay, MAP is still $20, but stock is 5 pieces, but you procured 10 pieces. You have done GR for 10 pieces. but before invoice receipt you have consumed 5 pieces for your business purpose. Now the same case, $250, $50 extra amount you are getting posted. So while posting, what is happening? Vendor account 250 credit, straightforward. WRX 200 debit, that also straightforward. Now the question is coming here. You are posting $50 for that PO during invoice receipt for 10 quantity. 10 quantity, $50 extra. Now system is checking that what is the stock of this material. System has found 5 pieces, but you are posting for 10 pieces. So it will be like you are posting for 10 pieces, $50, but you have a stock of only 5 pieces, maybe $100. Here doesn't, the price is not. So you have a stock of 5. You have a stock of 5 pieces, but IR you are posting for $250. In that 50 extra, $50 extra. So now system is trying to keep this $50 for 10 quantity, but it didn't find, only 5. So what it will do, 50 it will add here, $50 it will give for stock, okay, and remaining 50 it will go for PRD, because it didn't have the stock to load complete 10 quantity. So if it has a 10 or more than 10, it will just directly go, and 50 it will go for inventory, but it doesn't have, so it has only 5, it added 50. So now what will happen? 5, 150. Okay, so 5, and it will go for $50 extra. So it will try to load on segregate that one off. So it will go for $25 here and $25 here. So total 50 it is supposed to load. If you have a stock, you don't have a stock, so that it had the. So now 5 and $125. So this is the current stock and value. So the MAP will become $25. So new MAP will become $25 PRD. So here I wanted to explain that when there is a $50 extra is posted for 10 quantity. This is quantity 10, these are amounts. So when you're posting $50 extra, system is trying to post that $50 on 10 quantity, but it didn't find, it found only 5. So it has loaded 25 and 25. Okay, $25 on PRD and $25 on stock. So when you post 25, quantity no change, because during invoice receipt quantity will not change. So the total has become 125 and MAP changed from $20 to $25. PRD will be $25. That's why in this example, price difference account 25 debit and stock account 25 debit. So you can watch the video again. So if you have sufficient stock, entire stock will go and sit in stock account. If you have a partial stock, system will do the based on the pro rata, like it will calculate how much stock is available. If you have 7, then system will send you 35 and remaining 15 it will post on PRD. Okay, meeting. Okay, so that's the thing. I think if you have any confusion, you can watch them 2-3 times. So at high level, what I can explain is, if you have a stock, system will load directly 50. So here I'll just try to explain you. For example, if you have a stock of, for example, if your stock is 10, then total 50 will be coming here. $200. If you stock of 10, then no more PRD. 10 and $250. $250. Still the MAP will be 25. Okay, so remaining all you can get, just calculate it. No need to for example, if we have a case of 10 during invoice receipt, your stock is 7. Okay, let's take it even numbers so it is easy to calculate. For example, if you say stock is 7 or stock is 8, then $50 extra you posted, then system will take it $40. And only $10 for price difference, because 8 quantity stock is available, but you are posting extra for 10 quantity, $50. So system will each quantity 5. So you have a stock of 8, the stock account $40, and 8 and the MAP will be always 25. You can observe that one. MAP will be always 25. Price difference $10. Survey will sound. Okay, so I hope it is clear. You can watch that video again so that you will get better understanding how system calculate during the moving average price and the stock variances, and how can you handle it. Okay, so for that kind of thing you have to practice. So I have a good knowledge. People say like I have a good knowledge and I'm working, but I'm not able to answer. So why can't you answer? See, few people, even I met in Pune and even in Hyderabad meets, so they were explaining that when the interview comes, we are getting panic, or we are not remembering that. So it's not about the tension or panic, that will be some impact. But see, if you are talking about some IPL, or if you can talk about some other your any other favorite things or any web series, anything you can explain, and you will give suggestions to the directors. They would have done this scene like this. So you're talking very confidently, right? So how are you able to talk? Because you have a good command on that area. So if you are able to have practice, and if you have a good command on that area, definitely the result will be good. Okay, so any enhancement and all means, we have a course on Udemy, that change request. Okay, so change request courses and all those, definitely you can enroll. Okay, even I'm also planning one more change request course for Udemy. I will share it, so you can check that videos. PO screen layout, you need to check that one ME21N transaction and also which field selection key you are giving. Based on that, you need to find it. Yeah. Hi Gaurav, hi Aditi, thanks for joining. And yeah, this one, the whatever I explained for last 15 minutes, you have to watch 2-3 times, because it's not something like one time you can understand it, because it will need that basic kind of business understanding, and the logic also you need to take care when this price is going to load it, what kind of stock is available. Okay, if you have a stock of more than 10 in this example, maybe that stock 10 not just for this PO, you have the stock from the old, maybe 100 quantity was available already in your warehouse, then you will not have a price difference account, because you have a stock of more than 10. System will not check that the stock of 10 from that PO only, because there is no identity to find that whatever stock is available belongs to your PO. Okay, system will check only whether the stock of that material is available more than 10 quantity or not. The 10 from this PO or 10 from another PO and all, it doesn't matter. Okay, okay, now let's go for the next question. To make a material as inventory material, what is the prerequisites required at material type level? So quantity flag, okay, quantity flag needs to be activated if you want to use the material as inventory. If you want to use both valuated also, then you have to activate value, but to maintain inventory, value is not mandatory. Your quantity flag must be updated. So where to do the configuration? SPRO, Logistics General. Let me show. Anyway, we have SAP screen, so go to SPRO. It is expired. ఏంట్రా డబ్బులు కావాలా? అక్కడ ఉన్న చూడు $5. Go to SPRO, reference IMG. This is S4HANA system, so SPRO everything will be same. That's why when the people are requesting that some make S4HANA videos and all, I'm seeing little differences only, because even I saw that recent project and all, I need to extract which content is different from ECC and which can give you significant difference. Okay, so definitely I'll make that kind of videos, because when I see the normal at the high level process and all, I don't see much difference. So all these steps are same. So here you have to go to Logistics General. Then Material Master. Here go to basic settings, then material types, where you are going to define the material types. In the same place you have the configuration to keep whether that respective material type you wanted to manage as quantity or only value or both quantity and value. Those things you can definitely manage here. So here define attributes for define attributes of material types. You can directly come with the OMS to transaction also, or else you can come this configuration. For example, whatever you are going to create, so select your material type and go to quantity or value updating for your valuation area, because you can control that one material can be valuated quantity at one plant and another plant you don't want to maintain the quantity, that also still can be manageable. So here for your valuation area and for your material type, you can activate quantity and value update. If you don't want value, you can remove the value. If you don't want quantity, you can remove the quantity. For our question, the answer is you have to activate quantity flag in this configuration, so that that material will be treated as inventory material. So what are the movement types that will get triggered during subcontracting? Okay, the movement types wise we can see mainly here for finished product, whatever the product we are receiving, that is 101, and the components which we are getting consumed, that will be 543, and if we are taking any kind of byproduct, then 545. But mostly these two you need to in a straight regular process, these two movement types, 101 for finished product, components consumption 543. So coming to accounting entries, here we have given, but I always suggest you to go for the accounting entries on our channel, our blog. I hope a few of you might aware about our Ganesh SAP Before YouTube channel, this was started in July 2015, because I prepared some 15 to 20 documents to start this blog. I never imagined that I can make these many videos at that point of time. So I felt preparing documents is more comfortable. So later I got habitual with making videos and then the YouTube channel. But yes, compared to documents, the videos will reach more people, because I see that how the blog has reached to people and the YouTube. So here always the top posts you can find this subcontracting process. Top 1 or top 2 it will be there generally. So here I provided the complete accounting entries with the process steps. You can come and check these accounting entries. So even I explained that how the accounting entries, for example, easily how to remember it. So you always can segregate into 3 parts. Okay, total stock, the finished goods material will have on debit and credit, and the charges which you are paying to the vendor, one debit and credit, and the components will be consumed, right? So the stock will be credit, and the respective opposite entry will be debit. That opposite entry will be GBB VPO, and the vendor we are paying only charges, so GRIR clearing account will come to picture, 40 credit. So the subcontracting charges FRL will be debit. We are receiving the final product, right? So the BSX 140 debit, but the changes in subcontracting opposite entry BSV will be credit. So 3 segregation: finished product, service charges, components. 3 will have 3 entries. How the debit and credit, if you read and if you understand clearly, then definitely you can understand. If you get that one credit entry easily, if for example here what things can come easily: final product 140 debit BSX, we are paying, so GRI clearing account will come credit, and components are getting consumed, so stock account 100 credit. So these entries only you need to little practice. Remaining things all you can get it easily. So invoice receipt is simple, we pay that $40 only, so the GRI clearing account 40 debit and vendor account 40 credit. The payment will be, we are going to pay to the vendor account 40, company bank account will be 40 credit. So you can check this video. so you can definitely check it. This is the blog 2015 July. So we started, you can see here, this is one of the first document, 2015 July 2nd. I think many of you might be studying, or we don't know, even you don't know that SAP, you can become SAP consultant at that point of time. So these are the old documents and all. Even we used to have this one. I never must talk about this one. Even people can click on this Amazon and they can buy, we can get some referral, but people are not much using, so I'm not discussing much on this. Yeah, you can check this blog and check this accounting entries for subcontracting, so with more details you can find it. Okay, so the next question, can you post GR more quantity than inbound delivery quantity? The answer is no. Whether you are using WM or IM, system will not allow you to post GR more than inbound delivery quantity. If you want to post more, you have to increase the inbound delivery quantity before posting, so then you can post it, so system will allow. Before going for our last question for today, any kind of questions? So based on your response, how many people are joining for the live and all, definitely I will plan one more these kind of sessions per month or something. The questions and all I can plan. Today I'm getting more MRP related things, so definitely I will try to include few MRP things. Sure, Vamshi Krishna, I will wait for your video. So if any of you among 30 people, active people are there in live now, if you have got job or our videos helped for your career or to get the job, if you are confident and if you are comfortable, make 1-minute video and send to me. I will post on our YouTube. It can be a lifetime memory for me and for you, just to see and revise after 5 years. When you watch that video, that memories are always special. If you are little shy and not that comfortable to make a video, feel free to write a good comment on YouTube, or you can write recommendation on LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah, thanks Sharifuddin Ahmad. Yes, even most of our companies also, we are going for stockroom management, S4HANA stockroom management, which is equal to WM. They're not going for EWM. So it's not mandatory that I always give an example. I don't know how much suitable for that. Now iPhone 15 is coming in few months. So the people who are using iPhone 9, 10, 11, there is not mandatory that they have to go for 15. Okay. So very few, the few people who have that requirement or fame or financial everything, they can go. Even that is only for the craze of the people. But normally when you come to a company, they will think that if I go for EWM, how many thousands of dollars I need to spend and what benefit I'm going to get, what is not available in my WM current solution, what is going to be available, whether is it really worth for me or not. Okay, they will think all those points and then they take a decision whether they wanted to have that kind of a things or not. Okay, so you always understand that what kind of requirements and all those things. Thanks Anil Kumar, and thanks all for your feedback. And see, this video is very good and we covered multiple questions with explanation, and especially that moving average price, the price difference one, you have to watch 3-4 times to understand. It's not that easy to catch immediately. After having a lot of explanation and I'm able to explain you with that kind of how the stock and all, but you need practice and watch few times, then only you can understand that. Okay, so I believe that whoever join for this live, everybody will share this link with your LinkedIn or any other community, so to help your friends. This video will be available in public only. So definitely I plan based on your feedback and based on the response, mainly the response. See, for example, how can you treat the success of any video? So every video, most of the videos, we believe this concept is good and it will be liked by the people, but few people, few videos will go to people and few videos will not go that much. It's like our movies, so everybody will put their efforts and they put it, and some videos we know that one, this concept is not that good in the market, but so based on the results only, okay, if people are responding more about these kind of sessions, I will plan these sessions. Okay, based on the response and last 3-4 months, what kind of videos are going well with the people, so those videos only I try to repeat it. Yeah, so regarding job openings, I have been people are requesting to post the job openings, because I'm a consultant, I don't have much information, but it's because of 50,000 plus followers on LinkedIn, generally I come across certain kind of openings, and I think last week onwards I started YouTube shorts, okay, with openings, but you don't ask too many questions about that openings and all, because I will not have much information on that. Okay, if you see here, come to playlists, yeah, jobs for freshers and SAP job information India and abroad. I started 2 playlists, and those are mostly like a shorts only, and even I'm going to mention that in the videos, I'm going to mention that each videos June 2023, July 2023, like that, so that it can be understood that one, this is the old post and new post, okay, by the people. Okay, so you can come and check that one, and I share that any openings for whatever I know and whatever I know about the consultancy, or whatever I know about the opening, definitely I plan. Okay, so you don't have to ask too many questions about they are not responding my emails, or the resume they are not responding, they are not shortlisted, no interview call, those kind of questions if you ask also, I cannot give answer, because I don't have much. Only we have followers and many people are searching for the job, so I hope that this information can be helpful. With that intention, I'm sharing with all of you. Okay, so please understand that one, and that's why I always keep try to keep this word source LinkedIn, because the source is not from me. The technical, for example, in this live, if someone put a question that the answer is not clear, or they have additional question, I try to answer it, because I'm technical, like I'm a SAP consultant, I'm sharing my knowledge, and if you have any questions related to that, I may not be able to respond to all the comments. Yeah, I think one of the persons have put the comment today, I disappointed because you're not giving reply to the comment and all. So please manage our expectation management is very important. Okay, and I'm also working like you, and full-time employee, but I have a lot of passion on this, so I'm allocating some certain time on Saturday, today weekend, so spending this 1.5 to 2 hours of time. Nobody is forcing me to do this one, right? I have a passion, I'm doing that. So based on my passion, I allocate 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 1 hour, okay, whatever time is available. Okay, those things I'm going to share knowledge. So the comments, I try to reply few comments, and few comments I read, I note down in my notebook, and I plan to make a video. Okay, few comments I reply, and so those things are part of how I segregate it. So if I are not getting much reply, please excuse me, and I can say sorry for that, because I cannot reply for every comment or every question, but I read few questions, because your comments also give me an idea to make the new content. You have to remember that. So you can put your question whether I reply or not, but one day you can see as a video or some other document, a short or full video. Okay? Please understand, that is expectation management. That's why I mentioned that one. So you cannot say that I commented, so I reply. Even I see few emails, I get it, they write some 10 paragraphs, what they studied, what they, this much big emails. Even those emails I try to mostly ignore it. If you have some information, try to give in 3-4 lines so that I can read it. So whenever you send an email, please try to have a short email. If you write 10 paragraphs, it's difficult for it to, because we just see it, we see 10 emails or 5 emails once in a while. I check it. So please, if you are getting slow response in the emails or comments, please, sorry, but because passion I'm enjoying, but let me enjoy it. So whether it is a point and all, don't use that kind of words, because it's not something like I have to reply. There is no rule, right? But still I'm getting some time and try to make it. And yeah, I watch your comments and I extract the content from the comments. Okay, so yeah, and see one life and try to help as many as we can, but we cannot help everyone, but we can help anyone, or we can help maximum people. We cannot help everyone, that's it's impossible also. Okay, we cannot reply to every comment and all. So thanks to all the people who are understanding that. And yeah, you can follow these shorts and where we are providing the openings, and whenever I see and whenever I get interest, I just share it. But our main, that's why I created only 2 playlists. One is for freshers who needs our support, another one is for foreign jobs or sometimes experienced jobs. Okay, so yeah, before we go for a final question, how to default the vendor confirmation control key based on the storage location. So before coming to this interview question, the requirement is like, we always vendor confirmation control key, we default from the vendor master or info record, you can default it. But the business is saying that we have stock locations and maybe they have some other locations. For those locations they don't want inbound delivery, but whenever they receive to the main location, whenever we receive to the main location, we want inbound delivery as a mandatory. So maybe the main location they are using warehouse management and other locations they are not using warehouse management or any other reason. So SAP has given a configuration setup to manage such kind of requirement. Let me show you that. So ME23N. So before going to the configuration, I want to show you this. What is this confirmation key? This is the in PO confirmation control, inbound delivery. These things can be defaulted. How can you default? Go to the supplier, org data 2020. So we can take any other purchasing. Supplies by purchasing 2020. Account go to the not defined in table 2 cents. Okay. we can check any other vendor. LFM1. Okay, maybe 1000 purchasing organization, we can see. Okay, 1010 purchasing organization /n MK 03 1010. Okay. So we need to go for a BP transaction and 14. Double click on the vendor. So here we have organization, the data, everything. No need to create any data. Cancel. Go to extras. Normally whatever the data you have, the business partner related things, you can normally check it. If you go to the purchasing data, so like we are familiar with normal ECC transactions, so this one we can, in the purchasing data we have same like how our vendor master is available. In the similar way, here you will have the fields. Here you can see, right, confirmation control. So in the business partner, like our vendor master purchasing view, or in the business partner in purchasing view, confirmation control you can maintain, so that can come to purchase order automatically. That is one source. Another source we have is info record. So in info record we can go for ME1M. So in ME1M maybe we can just execute it. So if you go to any info record number, double click on the info record. So if you go to general data, this is purchasing data. Currently we are purchasing organization data. Here confirmation control. So confirmation control to PO, generally it will come from the info record. If there is no info record, it will come from the vendor master. So other than info record and other than vendor master, SAP has given a separate configuration where you can default without info record and without vendor master. SPRO, then logistics, execution, then shipping, deliveries. Here there is a configuration called define order confirmation for inbound deliveries. Go to this configuration. Here you can maintain for which category you want. You want for purchase orders, order type, which order type you wanted to have it, maybe take it NB, which plant. We have 1010 plant, and location maybe 101A, confirmation control key 0004, inbound delivery. So with this combination, whether vendor master is available or not, whenever you create a purchase order, system will create it. So I hope all of you know that how to create transport request and all. So there are multiple videos about transport request in our channel. You can check it, transport request, how to split the TR, how to release the TR, how to create the TR. So here we are going to create maybe Ganesh. Generally the nomenclature will be decided by your project. Whether if it is a support project, you will give the ticket number. So ticket number, and then Ganesh, if you are doing Ganesh Padala GP, and then you are doing the confirmation control configuration, like that you will give it. If it is a project, then they will give some project ID. So then the GP means Ganesh Padala, who is doing the configuration, and the description, save it. So this is this configuration you need to explain without vendor master. The question can ask you like this: when I create the purchase order, a confirmation control key is coming automatically. You have not maintained in vendor master, you have not maintained in info record, but how can it come? You have to explain this configuration. Okay, so yeah, scenario based, I think today we covered at least 5-6 scenarios, and if you watch that question and explanation, so the moving average price related and price difference related, just now I explained about everything are scenario based only. Okay, so you need to extract. This session is not for just interview question and answer. I try to provide that scenario and where do you use it and how do you use it. And definitely next session we'll plan for few more questions. I need a huge response for these videos, then definitely we can get a inspiration to make it more videos. Thanks to all the people for joining, and this video will be available in public, and share this video with all of your friends to see a great response. And curious mind, I will check your email. I think you just forward again so that I can check immediately. And yeah, thanks to all of you for your support by sharing our videos, and check our channel for interview videos or MM videos, WM videos, and latest job related information. There are multiple playlists are there. You need to have a patience to check it, and if you like the video, it whether you like button or not, but please click on share button. And if you came to our channel for the first time, click on subscribe button. So we have to reach 50,000 very soon. So with your support we can reach little early. Thanks again for your time, and yeah, with your cooperation and motivation we will plan few more sessions. Even I have request for WM, although not much WM request, but we have few WM videos. I think few WM people are requesting. Definitely I will plan one session for WM and more sessions for MM, whether it is ECC or S4 HANA MM, whatever. Thanks again. See you again. Thanks for your support. Bye bye. Hi, good evening everyone. Good evening and good morning. If you're joining from some other time zone, we'll wait for around 2 to 3 more minutes. I think a few of the people are getting notifications, and let's start. Thanks Aditya, thanks Pradeep, thanks Akshay. Thanks to everyone for joining this live. I came up with few questions and answers. Here no one can can talk, like cannot reply. So it's kind of question and answer. I will tell the question and I will explain the answer. Thanks Pritham. Thanks everyone. Let me tell one thanks to all the members. Thanks to all of you for joining. So all of you, like, you can give the feedback like how you are feeling our latest videos, and if you have any kind of improvement comments or any kind of suggestions, because we have 530 plus videos, how to reach those videos with more members. If you have any kind of good suggestions, always keep sharing. Feel free to comment, or you can send an email with any good suggestions. Like I always mention that my efforts are same, whether the videos are reaching to 10,000 members or 100,000 members. So that is in you, like how many people you wanted to reach and how many people you wanted to share. I think most of you would have got our free videos which we have shared recently, like how many people are following our community page. There you can see different kind of questions, and even latest SAP, like the YouTube has provided an option that we can see here. We can give the explanation to the answer. Immediately you can get the answer. it's good to see that the high response in 9 hours 1000 people have participated. You don't have to wait for the answer until I provide it. Okay, so you can always get to know that how we are providing the answer, and with the explanation you are going to get it. That's a good thing always. And let me share the free gift if any of you have not utilized it. Yeah, so this is the free course. Still few hundreds of people can utilize it, so you can check this one. I'm sharing that link again. You can come and enroll the course. Whoever enrolling that, please spend your valuable few minutes. I hope I'm spending hours of hundreds of hours for you. I hope you can give few minutes of your time, open Udemy and provide your valuable rating. That will be helpful for me to grow. And a person who is born in a small village in India, his courses are reaching to 136 countries. Okay, so that is happening because of your cooperation and because of your support by giving good reviews. So keep up the good work and keep sharing our content with the people, and keep sharing, so that will be definitely helpful. So there is no community link when you go to our channel. Okay, when you go to YouTube and you check Ganesh Padala, so when you find our channel, then you will find that community there. Okay, the community is easy to find. There is no specific link is required. Okay, thanks again to all the members for joining. Let's start our latest interview questions and answers. I will give hardly maybe 1 minute or around 1 minute I can give for anyone to answer, then I will explain it. Okay, it's not like a mock interview, it's like question and answers. Okay, because few people need some time to understand the question, and few people will take what you call they may have answer but they cannot tell immediately. So there will be different category people will be there. So I will tell the question and then I will provide you the answer. So in this video I am going to touch mostly few scenario based questions and a few like complex accounting entries, and any other interfaces or something. I'm going to touch it just randomly. I will go for a few questions, and I'm going to mention that these questions mostly helpful for any 3 years, 4 years, even 6, 7 years, 8 years of experience. Also few questions can be helpful. Okay, and freshers mostly I'm not touching, but yeah, maybe 2-3 things I can keep it. So mostly these questions are helpful for 3 years, 4 years, 6 years. Okay, you can say at high level 2 to 6 years anyone can be benefit. Even the 10 years or 11 years, that kind of experience also, they are not they may have the different kind of questions about the handling projects and handling the roles and handling teams. Okay, so those kind of additional questions and a few other customized questions can come, but still they also will get these kind of questions. Okay, so these questions are applicable for anyone, but maybe 80% 90% applicable for the 2 to 5 years, 6 years of experience, and a few questions maybe 30%, 40%, 50% is applicable for the 6+ years of experience. Okay. Yeah, thanks, you are welcome. And yeah, you just share our videos and provide your valuable comments, and if it is Udemy, provide your valuable review. I hope after this live session definitely I will see a very good jump. Like you can see, like for example Ugadi I gave one free link, right? The Udemy course link just now I shared also. So around 650 people as of now enrolled but the bitter truth is in the 650 not even 60 members will give the ratings. I don't know the reason, but I hope this time we will just suppress such kind of thoughts. I hope in this 650 or 800 people, I hope at least 300-200 people will provide their ratings. Thank you. Okay, let's start it. And okay. So the first question, there are 100 production orders are already created. Okay, so let me increase the font, let it be 20. I will increase the, there are 100 production orders are created already, and now the business is expecting that we want all these goods received should go to quality stock. We have different stock types, right? Quality, blocked, and unrestricted stock. So the business wanted to have quality. These, once you have done the goods received, the stock should go to quality stock. This is what the expectation from the business, but already 100 productions orders are already created, and those have as per the current design, it will go to unrestricted stock. How do you achieve it? So the question again, there are 100 production orders are created, but the business is requesting that we want all these goods issues should go to quality stock. Do something immediately. Okay, what is the solution? No batch management we are talking here. 321 movement you do for moving from quality to unrestricted stock, but here question is about how to keep the stock in quality inspection. Yeah, someone is reaching the, so you can keep in material master, but what about already created things? Okay, so let me go to the answer. So there are two things are there. For example, already 100 production orders are created, and one of our YouTube family members have given answer that for the future production orders you need to change in the material master purchasing view. You have a post to inspection flag. Okay, so this is available in quality management also, but here they're not using the quality management module, so I'm not highlighting that one. So in material master purchasing view, post to inspection flag must be activated. Okay, so once this flag is activated, system will keep the stock into quality, whether it is a goods received against purchase order, a production order, for the upcoming, the coming purchase orders and production orders. Okay, what about these 100 production orders which are already created? Okay, these already have a default stock type as a unrestricted stock. For these 100 production orders, you have to update the stock type to quality for all these production orders. So for existing one, you must be changed to the quality manually to all the production orders. Okay, so the CO02 is the transaction, so you have to update it. But for the upcoming, it's a permanent solution is you need to do this material, all the material master must be updated with post inspection flag during creation. For the new materials, for existing materials, you have to change it. But for existing production orders, you must change the stock type in the production order, changing from unreduced to quality stock. How we have in Vigo, right? We have a stock type. In the same way, in production order also there will be a stock type. You need to update to quality. So that's what you need to answer it. For existing thing, production orders need to be updated. For the upcoming production orders, material master needs to be activated with the post to inspection flag. With this flag, any new production order is created means the default stock type will be changed to quality. Okay, so this is the way how you can do it. And yeah, while doing GR also you can change it, but as a human, you know, right, it is possible that they may forget. So one time all the production orders need to be updated to quality inspection, so that when you do the goods receipt, so someone doesn't have to verify it. Okay, so that's kind of that's a one workaround, but few users may not aware about going there and change to inspection, so they may forget, then the stock will go to unreduced stock. Okay, this is the first question. I hope it has helped you to learn to understand certain kind of concept with the MMPP integration. So you can watch this video again. This video will be available in public, so you don't have to think about this question now. Let's move to the second question. Okay, so the business wanted to see a report where they can see the inbound delivery with respect to actual goods received quantity. In which report you can see the inbound delivery and goods received quantity and the posting date? Which report you can suggest to the business? If the business is asking that I want to get a report where I can see the inbound delivery number, material, received quantity, posting date, who has received, what is the best report you can suggest to the business to check the list of inbound deliveries with received quantity? Anyone have the answer? Okay, yeah, MB51. So actually generally MB51 we most focus on the purchase order and all, but there is a field for reference field inbound delivery is also available in MB51. So MB51, the answer is MB51 can be used Okay, so all these details can be available in MB51 report. Okay, next question. What are the different ways to create inbound delivery against a purchase order? Different ways to create inbound delivery against purchase order in SAP. So what are the different ways to create inbound delivery against purchase order in SAP? Okay, so the answer you can say like we can create VL31N manually against a purchase order, or you can create via IDOC. And also there is a other method in case of STO process, when the goods issue is happening at the supplying plant against outbound delivery, there is a output type called SPED. Based on the SPED output type, you can create inbound delivery automatically. So you can say three ways: one is manual transaction, second one is IDOC, and third one is output method. Okay, so you can say one is manual, second one is IDOC, third one is output method, output type method. Okay, so manual, we know this one, VL31N transaction, and IDOC you can use DESA DV. This is the IDOC message type. So, and another one is SPED output type. You can use this one, and also you can say like normal function modules, the BAPI we have, right? That also you can create. I think these three, if you can answer, that's it. That should be fine. The output method, definitely I can make a video on that. Okay, SPED, there is an output type we need to maintain, so that once the goods issue is posted at the supplying plant outbound delivery, system will automatically create it. Okay, so the next question we are going now. So let's keep the question in red color, like how we used to study in our childhood. Question is in red color. Okay, so the next question is like, okay, the supplying plant moving average price is 100 INR, and the current available stock is 50 pieces, and the receiving plant moving average price is 90 INR, and currently they don't have any stock. Now during goods received against STO, Now let's take it that goods received against STO of 10 pieces. So the supplying plant is moving 10 pieces to receiving plant, and goods receipt is also completed. Now receiving plant stock equals to 10 pieces. Then what is the MAP? I hope you got the question. Supplying plant has a MAP of 100 INR and the stock is 50 pieces. Receiving plant MAP is 90 INR, but there is no stock. During the goods received against STO of 10 pieces, the receiving plant now got 10 pieces. What will be the moving average price? Anyone is answering the question? Okay, so here always moving average price equals to MAP equals to total amount by total quantity. Irrespective of confusion, irrespective of the situation, you always keep in mind this formula. You always have to keep it in your mind. So here what happened, receiving plant doesn't have any kind of a stock, 0 pieces are there. So 10 pieces are received, and the supplying plant value is 100 INR. So it means 10 pieces into 100 equals to 1000 INR is the value, and quantity, this is the value or amount, quantity is 10, so MAP equals to 100. See, always one basic fundamental is, if the receiving plant doesn't have any stock, then during receiving it will take the price of supplying plant. So MAP will be 100 only. So I hope you got the answer now. Always you follow the question, the formula MAP equals to total amount by total quantity. So the next question will be like, you are having a scenario GR based IV equals to blank. You have not flagged GR based IV in PO. Now PO is created for one PC and the unit price is 500 INR. So the PO is created for one quantity and the unit price is 500 INR. Okay, you can check this properly. The first IR is posted for 550 INR. Okay, the vendor has sent 50 INR extra, so that invoice receipt is posted for 550 INR. Now GR is posted for one piece, because goods receipt always with quantity, right? We cannot make any changes to the amount. Now tell me the accounting entries for this GR. Okay, I have to tell one note point always. Note, the material is managed in moving average price. Okay, now you can tell your answer. I hope the question you got it. PO is created for one PC, only one quantity, and per unit price is 500 INR. IR is posted for 550 INR. Then GR is posted for one PC. Now what will be the accounting entries? If someone can try in 30 seconds to 1 minute, I can see, or else I will give the answer now. Okay, the answer is like, so I'm highlighting few key things because the GR based IV will play the key role. Okay, that's why I said like GR based IV equal to blank. If you have that flag to GR based IV, system will not allow you to post this IR itself. Okay, so that's a common thing. So now what will be the accounting entries at GR? First of all, let's derive what are the accounting entries at IR. IR time, what will be the accounting entries? They posted for 550. So the accounting entries are like vendor account 550 credit. Credit means minus. So already in multiple videos I explained that one. So 550 invoice receipt is posted means 550 vendor account we are going to pay. So 550 during invoice receipt 550 will be credit. First you write like this accounting entry so that you can derive others. I'm just trying to teach you that how to derive the accounting entries. When you get this kind of questions in interview, please take a paper or book and write it. If you are going for face-to-face interview, mostly the interviewer will write on a paper and show you, or something it will be done. You also write on paper so that you can give clarified answer. Compared to that thinking and giving, maybe you may get little confusion. So vendor account 550 credit, this easily you can derive it. Okay, so vendor account 550 credit. Okay, so now we have always one account, GRIR account, GRIR clearing account 550 debit. Okay, you don't have any other reference of GR or something, so system has simply has taken IR like this. Now we are coming to the GR is getting posted now. So GR, during GR, system will check it that what is the IR amount, the amounts are posted. So it will give the top priority to the IR compared to the PO. So it will post stock account 550 debit, GRIR clearing account 550 credit. So here only thing you need to understand is when the invoice receipt is posted with different amount during goods received, system will take the amount from the invoice receipt but not from the PO. Although PO has 500 INR, system didn't calculate or didn't consider the PO amount, and it has taken from the invoice receipt. So the accounting entries are like this. So stock account is BSX, GRIR is WRX, and vendor account is KBS. Actually it will come from the reconciliation account in the vendor master. So the key wise, maybe we are more always we are keen about these keys, right? So let me write the keys for you. KBS, WRX, BSX, and WRX. So this is the way how you can derive the accounting entries. It will generally confuse because most of the people may think that 500 INR will be considered. So actually it considers the invoice amount. Okay, you can watch the video again. Okay, so no need to worry about if you are not understanding properly or something. You can come to the channel and you can watch the video properly. Definitely you will get a clear idea because I am explaining with details, so that definitely you will get to know. It's good to see that many people are trying to answer it, so it's always good to see. Thanks to all of you. I can see that around now 68 active members are there, but overall we can see around 200, 250, means 299 views, means 250 plus people are coming and going like that, and it's nice to see. Okay, let's go to the next question now. Someone is asking MRP. Let's touch it. Consumption based planning, or even production MRP also we can touch. Okay, so MRP type equals to PD. Okay, the production MRP is there. We have a sales order. Okay, so MRP type equals to PD. Okay, and the current situation of your material, the material current you are checking in MD04 the stock requirement list. Stock is 2 pieces. Sales order, there is a sales order of 20 pieces, outbound delivery of 10 pieces, purchase order of 5 pieces, and inbound delivery of 10 pieces. Now you are running MRP run. Okay, MRP run, maybe you are running with MD01 or MD02. Okay. So when you do MRP run and this material has external procurement, I am telling again, the material has external procurement in the material master settings. When you run MRP run, which document will be created and what will be the quantity as per the current situation. Again I am asking, what is the document will be created during MRP run and what will be the quantity of in that document. You can see these things, you can answer it. I will check this chart in 30 seconds. You can read the question and what are the different documents I have given. Those things also you read it and you can answer it. And once again I want to say thanks to all the active members. I see that the latest quiz SAP quizzes we can post now on Udemy, or normally you can keep it on Udemy, but generally in YouTube we have that kind of a poll, right? But now they have introduced a concept called quiz. So with that quiz you can see the answer immediately. If you are giving a wrong answer, immediately you will see the right answer with explanation from me. I hope this will be helpful to many of you to learn immediately without waiting for the comment for the next day or next 2 days. I'm going to keep the comment generally. Now we don't have to do that. You can directly come and see the answer immediately once you post it. I see that thousands of people can participate in that, and it will be helpful. If you learn something, please share immediately so you're not losing anything. Okay, so if I think about same thing, if I share with someone, and many people used to say that don't share more and you lose your value and your knowledge will lose our value. So I don't know how much true it is, but because of sharing only today we are here, and there are a lot of dreams, like I got job in Singapore, and today this is my identity among thousands of people. So all these are happening because of that free knowledge sharing. Okay, initially we started that one, it became habit now. So we can do different things, but at least 20% of things you need to consider to share knowledge or do something for people. Okay, so anyone has given answer? Okay, so many people have answered purchase requisition, and I can see the 13, 12. Let's see which is correct now. Okay, stock is 2 pieces. Let's give a green color. Sales order 20 pieces, outbound delivery 10 pieces. Let's give red color to both of them. Let's give orange, maybe red already we are using somewhere. Okay, purchase order and inbound delivery are again positives. Let's give green color. Okay, so in MD04 when we are running this one, we have stock of 2 pieces and expecting purchase order and inbound delivery. Okay, so we have 5 pieces and 10 pieces, so total we have 17 plus how much minus we have sales order and outbound delivery 30. Okay, equals to 13. So when you do MRP run, we are using external procurement. Why I am highlighting external procurement? So during external procurement, system will generate the purchase requisition with 13 pieces. Okay, I hope you got the answer now when you use MRP type. So let me ask the same question. Let me ask the same question. If MRP type is VB, okay, same kind of cases are there, and we have another one called reorder point. Reorder point in the material master is given as 10 pieces. Okay, let me give the black color. Later I can change the color. So for now you can answer the question. Reorder point is 10 pieces. You have all these requirements, everything. MRP type equal to VB. Now tell that what is the quantity during MRP run. Someone can try that. Similar situation we have, but reorder point is 10 pieces. So during MRP run, what will happen? (21) same PR of 13. So Gurumurthy 23. Okay. So here the reorder point is also considered like a requirement. So reorder point color is same like a sales order. So what will happen? 17 minus 40 equals to minus 23. So the purchase requisition will be created for 23 pieces. So you can get an idea, or you can get a question that, okay, I can ask the question now. So generally, when business can go for this VB and when the business can go for production MRP type. Okay, let me tell that answer because you cannot type that much. So according to my experience, normally when you see that leave about the production companies and the manufacturing, mostly they use PD, and so normally when you have a requirement based on the requirement only, for example, you have a sales order, you have a outbound delivery, okay, you have a requirement based on that exact quantity you wanted to procure, then business you have to suggest to use PD. Okay, this one. So they don't want to procure any extra stock. Whatever they have a requirement for, that only they can procure or they can maintain the stock. The reorder point planning, VB. So VB is a reorder point planning. For this one, if the business always have a requirement, at least keep 3 pieces or 10 pieces or 5 pieces minimum quantity irrespective of the requirement. If the requirement is 50, I want to keep at least 5, then let's have 55. If my requirement is 100 and I want to minimum maintain 5 quantity, then the reorder point you have to give it as a 5, so that if there is a 0 stock, then system will create for 105. So reorder point means if they want to maintain a minimum stock, for that then you have to suggest, you can recommend business to use VB. If they don't want to keep any stock in the warehouse extra other than the requirements, then they can go for PD, so that they don't have to keep the stock of 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 10 pieces in the warehouse if they don't have any order. Okay, so you need to explain both the cases, and based on that business can understand and decide which MRP type is suitable for them. Okay, so I hope you got some good idea about these two MRP types, and there will be different internal things like availability check and which orders can be considered, all those stuff. So at high level, if we can understand this process and these questions, then definitely it will be helpful. So now I'm going to tell you one business process. Okay, standard procurement. So we have a standard PO where you can pay the material price and get the stock, and subcontracting we have give the components and get the final product. Okay, so what are the key differences between these two processes, and why few companies can go to standard PO directly, or few companies will go to subcontracting PO? You can tell your view about these two processes. If the interviewer is asking the question, why a company has to go for standard PO, why can't they go always subcontracting PO? Why a company have to go to subcontracting PO, they can go always to the standard PO to buy the materials? If the question is asking you, then as a consultant, what answer you are going to provide? So first of all, you need to explain to him that based on the business requirement and the benefit what they are going to get it. Okay, sometimes you get if you do one activity for 1 hour or a certain point of time, you get 1,000 rupees, but your investment is almost 950, 980. Then you are not saving anything, right? Okay, so always it's a business. So how much I'm investing, what I'm getting. Okay, and I want, when I do an activity, I want at least 20% margin. Then you have to ensure, the company has to ensure that if I am keeping 80 rupees investment, I have to sell the product for 100 rupees, so that I will get my 20 rupees or 20% of profit. Okay, if they are spending 89 or 95%, then their profit is getting only 5%, which is not their target. Okay, so that's where the companies can choose it. There are different ways will be there. I can tell you in one way of how you can segregate, or how you can explain those things. In standard PO, they can select the vendor. Okay, they can select the vendor, best vendor for the price and quality. They can select the best vendor for price and quality, and even they can fix a contract for this year. This is the price irrespective of market changes or anything. I want to get for the best price, best vendor, best price. Okay, by direct final product. Okay, so here you can choose that the best vendor and best price. You can directly buy the material. You are directly getting the final product to use for your business activity. Okay, so here you are not having any kind of activities. You are directly buying the by direct final product and use for whatever your business, use for services or production, whatever you are doing your business, you just use it. I choose the best vendor who is giving the better quality and good price. Best price you already selected, and buy the final product and use it. Okay, in subcontracting also you will select the best vendor, best price also you negotiate the service charges, but here you are first you have to buy components, buy components, store components. You have to receive and store it. Sometimes you can directly send to the subcontractor. That is the secondary one. Yeah, today only I made a video on that concept, so very soon I will release that with detailed explanation. So you have to buy the components and the store components, then send the components to the vendor and receive final product. Okay, so here you are directly getting a final product for, let's take it, $100. Okay, you are directly getting the final product for $100. Okay, here the receive final product after all expenses you are getting for $97. So overall cost to the company. So here the company may decide that they may not prefer to go for a subcontracting, because if it is price matters. Okay, so or else if they are saying that we are buying the components from different vendors and we are making the components here itself, sometimes they make that components they can utilize for some other activities, then they may take a decision that okay, here we are getting $3 per each piece, and also we are running certain kind of a business, so that they are okay. Okay, but sometimes they may take decision that no, only for $3 doing this much things, we can utilize that manpower and that efforts for different other things, then they can directly go for a standard PO. Okay, if they are getting the same final product for somewhere $85, okay, then it is a great deal for them, because they are having a relation with the new vendors, they are buying the product, they are doing different things, and also they are saving $15 for each piece, so they can go for a subcontracting PO. Okay, so here I am giving that the final product price means whatever they have spent, everything, the components cost and the shipping charges, including everything, they are getting the product for $85. But the vendor directly, if you buy, it is $100. They are getting a $15 margin for each piece. If they buy 1,000, then it is a $15,000. So in that way, the business can decide whether we can go for a subcontracting PO or a standard PO. In say both the cases, you are getting a final product, but you are getting the components first and then giving. While buying the components, they can buy in bulk, so they can get for the least price, so that they can get a good margin here. So this is the way how a company can decide. So you cannot say that one no subcontracting PO is very good because they are saving money. It may not happen always. You can see here in this case almost it is going to $97. So by doing these many things, the company can focus on some new product or something other business just for $3 buying some components keeping. But if they are using the same components for their internal uses and also to send to the subcontractor, then they can think about that, although there is less margin. Okay, I hope you understand that how a company can decide based on the quality and the time and the price. Okay, so they will take all these considerations and then they decide, okay, these products let's go with subcontracting, and these products let's go with the standard PO. Okay, you can watch the video again. So definitely I hope you will get an idea what was my intention to explain this standard PO and subcontracting PO, how does it behave and how it is going to work. Okay, now we'll go to the next interview question. For example, when you are doing this process of like pricing procedure, you are doing a setup of pricing procedure. Okay, so if your business is expecting a price, maybe they have kind of a insurance or kind of a fee for specific vendors. Okay, they want to get certain kind of insurance fee for specific vendors. Must come automatically in PO. Can you tell any two options where you can get this automatically to the PO? Okay, the answer you can see that insurance fee is one of the condition types, pricing conditions in the pricing procedure. Okay, and the insurance fee must have the access sequence, otherwise you cannot maintain the condition records. So there are two options you can populate it. For example, in purchase info record, the prerequisites I was mentioning just now. So the prerequisites are like you have to, the condition type must have access sequence, otherwise it cannot be maintained the condition records. You can populate from purchase info record. This is about the material and vendor combination. Okay, but the purchase info record may not be maintained for each material. At that point of time you will have a kind of a challenge, right? So the best answer for this thing is the first priority, pricing condition record with ME K1 transaction for the combination of PO document type plus vendor. Okay, or you can keep it vendor and purchasing organization irrespective of the material. Okay, so you need to understand the business requirement, whether they want this one for a specific okay, where the business is expecting this one for specific materials or any material of the PO document type, like all domestic POs or all material POs, or irrespective of materials, irrespective of services, any purchasing with this vendor, we want this insurance fee. Then vendor and purchasing organization is the best combination. Okay, and if they request for specific POs, then you have to go for vendor and the PO document type. So based on the business requirement, you need to decide which combination will fulfill the business requirement. There is no generic answer that yes, vendor plus purchasing organization is the best, but they want only for the material POs but not for the service POs. Then your answer is wrong. You have to touch the vendor purchasing organization plus document type. So this is the way you have to understand the business requirement and answer it. I hope this question has helped you that how you can understand the business requirement and provide the answer. So purchase info record means it's micro level at the material also. If business doesn't need that one, every material they want it, then you can go for the condition records at the high level, so that the maintenance of condition records will be coming down. Okay, you have materials of 5,000, vendors of maybe 400 vendors. So 400 vendors and one PO document type, you can maintain condition records. Okay, so or else you can maintain that 400 vendors, only this insurance fee is required for only 25 vendors. You can easily maintain it. If it is at material level info record, 25 vendors into 5,000 materials. Okay, so that is the way how you can decide which can reduce the maintenance of master data to the business. I hope this question has helped you to learn something new today, and you can come again to the this video. This video will be available in public, so you can watch and note down and understand what I am explaining, how you can decide which is, few questions will not have which is the best answer, because based on the business requirement you have to give the best solution. Okay, so just now, like we have given an example, standard PO may be best for few companies, and subcontracting PO may be best for the few big companies where they can procure and keep it. Okay. So now let's tell one scenario. Goods receipt GR is posted for 10 pieces, and each per unit price equals to, let's take it, 200 INR. So GR is posted for 10 pieces and per unit price of 200 INR, means the PO price was 200 INR, GR is posted. Okay, so now after few weeks, business has found 2 pieces are damaged. Let's take 1 piece is damaged, and they want to return it. But today when they want to return, the material price was 25 INR per piece. The vendor also agreed that you can return the material with 25 today's price, you don't have to take the old price. Then what will be your solution? How do you map it? Because the PO was created for 20 and GR was posted for 200 INR, and you want to return 1 piece with 25 INR. So not 25, 250 250 INR per piece. Then how do you handle that? You can read the question. GR was, let's use our tenses. GR was posted for 10 pieces and per unit price is 200 INR. But after few weeks, business has found that one piece is damaged. It's supposed to be like quality damage or any kind of thing, and they decided to return it. But today's price is 250 INR, and they spoke to vendor that today's material cost is 250 and I want to return with the same price. Okay, so the answer from Praful Patil. So here what happens, most of the cases the company will say that I bought for 200 INR, so I will return with the same 200 INR. Okay, in that case you can directly do the MIGO return delivery, so the system will take the 200 INR and you will return it for the same price. But rare cases, what happens, in the few weeks the price was increased and the vendor is saying that please return the material with 250, means it's a loss to the company, because we bought for 200 and we paid, but we are just returning for the current price. Okay, so here for example you are returning the material back, but you will get 250 INR back. So here this is like a kind of a loss to the vendor. Okay, so now we can see like create PO with return indicator and give the price as today's price 250 INR. Then post GR, system will this 161 moment type, then create credit memo of 1 PC 250 INR. So here who lost it? The vendor has lost 50 INR because the price is increased. You bought one piece for 200 INR, but you are returning and you are getting 250 INR back. Okay, so for example let's go with the one piece. You bought one PC for 200 INR few weeks back, but you are returning, means your stock is reducing, but you are getting 250 INR back. Okay, so here you can understand that you bought for 200 but you are returning for 250. So the credit memo you are creating for 250 INR, so that the vendor is giving you 250 back. So he is losing 50 because of the price increase. Okay, because generally what cases it can happen, because you already after few weeks you bought few more materials also for 250, so already current price is being followed for doing the procurement, so that as per the guidelines between the vendor and the customer, so they decided that okay, although I bought for 200, let's return with the 250. So who is losing and all that is secondary, but they are going with the current price, so they cannot go for the old price. In that case you have to suggest to create return PO. Okay, if they want to go for a same price, then you can use that old PO for return delivery. That will be helpful for you to track it track it means in the PO history you can see the goods receipt of 10 pieces was done in November 2022, and return of 1 pieces was done in the March 2023. All the tracking you can see. In this case, when you are creating a new purchase order, you may store that old PO in header text or somewhere you can keep it, but the tracking wise it won't be there because it's like a new purchase order. Okay, so this is the way how you can tell that based on the situation and based on the business requirement, the business can decide that which is the best way how they can handle. And see here, as a technical, when you see this one, you have two solutions. One is return delivery against material document of the old PO, and second one is new PO with return indicator. Which is correct? Both are correct, but when to use what solution, that's what make your consulting, and that's what you have to explain to the user so that they can also understand that okay, if you want to change the price, return PO will have a flexibility. Either I can return for 210 rupees, or I can return for 200, I can return for 190, whatever they agreed to return the price. Okay, I want to tell during these return cases, recently I'm working for this New Zealand project and all those things, right? So we see not only in New Zealand, if any company like they are procuring from a far country, the shipping charges, for example, if they buy a product of 100 rupees, they pay shipping of around 30 rupees, 25 rupees. Okay, we don't see in India, like when you see if you are buying a product within Mumbai, or you are buying product from within Bangalore or Hyderabad, wherever you are buying the within the same city, your shipping charges may be very less, right? Okay, but if you are buying the same product, for example, you are sitting in Vishakhapatnam and you are buying a product from New Delhi, definitely your shipping charges will be 10% like that. Okay, and just imagine a country like New Zealand is procuring certain material from India, so then their shipping charges will be 30%. So during these kind of little quality issues or damage thing, they don't go mostly for vendor return process. They both discuss, okay, let's replace it, or we will negotiate the price in some other ways. But already for 100 rupees product, we paid 30 rupees to shipping, DHL or New Zealand Post or any courier, whatever you paid already, and again you want to return, again pay one more 30. So we are losing within our business. So they decide that let's take it like a free of item, or I can replace you in the next shipment. So we will negotiate that price in some other way. Okay, so that's where, so vendor return process a company is not using, it doesn't mean that it's wrong, because their financial, see, at high level we can say that I always mention that if you do 10 things, if you are a very good human being, and if you are having something 10 activities, if you are doing 1 or 2 or 3 activities we do for free, or if we do for society, a kind of thing, but 70% of activities we do for our growth, and do for our family, and do for our, if you are good, if you are wealth and healthy, then only you can do more thing, remaining 30%, right? So when you take to a business one, there will be a goodwill, there will be relationship, everything for 20, 30, 40%, but 60%, 70% it will be a finally a business. Okay, so they cannot send for ego, they can send vendor return $30 or 30% they are paying to the shipping charges. It's like there are two brothers are fighting, and they're not coming to the compromise to maybe land segregation or something, and they will give to the lawyer. Okay, this is like that. So if you want to go for ego and I want to return the product as kind of a thing, then you are consuming your unnecessary cost to the shipping agent who is doing the shipment. So same way, like two brothers are fighting, if they are not coming to the compromise, okay, let my brother take a little extra, let me take 47%, let my brother take 53%, then they don't have to hire a lawyer, and they don't have to fight for few years. In this meantime, both will get 40-40, the 20% will go to the lawyer. So in that way, so it's not something that vendor return process, if the company is not following, they have their own checkpoints, they have their own checklist that which is making beneficial. Okay, the 30, why should we lose that one? The 30% is myself and my vendor can share in some other product. We can go for a good deal for the next product. So let's say avoid the this return process and all. The vendor also can give as a goodwill that okay, you can keep it, that one, that's my fault, that materials are damaged and all, so I will give you that 2 pieces as a extra in the next shipment, you can take it as a free of charge. So this is where the how the business works. So as a consultant, not just that okay, where SAP has given vendor return process, so I want to use anywhere. It's not like that. We need to listen the business requirement, and you have to understand the business requirement, and you have to act accordingly. Okay. So let's see a few of the comments, and thanks to all of you for joining, and if you can give the feedback. Let me put a poll. Today we didn't get the time to put a poll. Okay, so based on your feedback, we will definitely plan sometimes these kind of sessions in detail, not just question and answer. That question and answer we can keep it in a poll, or you can read somewhere. Okay, but we need to understand the in depth. That's what I wanted to keep these kind of sessions. You need to think in a perspective of the business. Okay, we have to think in a way. See, if you take a transportation between Kolkata and for example Kolkata to Mumbai, okay, they don't have any other transportation, right? Mostly they have to go by road or else they have to go by air. Although there is a cheapest option of cheapest price of sea, then they cannot use it because the connectivity. So it's not something there is a cheapest item, everybody can use that cheapest item, because they have to the geographical condition and what kind of product they are moving. All those things will play the role. So sea freight is the most popular because all the different countries are located in different continents which are separated by ocean or sea, so that mostly the seaport and transportation is the cheapest one, and also they have that option. So air is very costly, so they may not go for that air, so they can go for a sea. So the road transportation is more popular in India because we are like a vertically separated. For example, if you want to move a product from Delhi to Chennai, they cannot use sea or something else. Air anyway costly. If they take it, then they have to go for a road transport. It may take 5 days or 6 days or 10 days of time. Okay, so if you see when I work for countries like Malaysia or Vietnam, their countries, so mostly the inbound used to happen with containers. The container we know, right? Like we can see in Google the containers. We see these kind of containers less in Indian warehouses because mostly we have a road. Okay, so containers images. So these kind of containers. So just the containers will come in a ship, and there will be normal trucks will come, and they just attach the container will be attached to that truck, and the truck will take to that 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers of the warehouse. But the containers will come by a ship, so that the containers can be carried in this way. So you see this one, the big ship is carrying tens or hundreds of containers. So if you see the Indian warehouses, when I see that storage locations in Gurgaon and Bangalore when I was working, so we hardly see these containers. Mostly we see the trucks only, because the trucks which are already attached to that phase, right? So because they are mostly road transport. So road transport, the containers uses are little less, but when you go for a sea or air, the container usage is very high, especially for sea. So this the way, so it's not which is correct, which is wrong, we cannot say, based on the way they are locating, what kind of products they are moving, what benefit they are getting. So based on that they can select it. Okay, all of you say thanks, just go to Udemy and give a rating and say the big thanks, and share this video with all of your friends who are not able to join this live session. This video will be available in public so that they can come and watch it. So definitely they will get benefit, I believe. So keep commenting and keep sharing, and based on your feedback I will definitely plan a few more sessions. And it's good to see that 86% people liked it, very good, and 13% is good and average. Luckily we don't have any not good, so people like the session. And yeah, I will definitely plan few questions, and along with the business requirement and business processes we'll plan. So we are not just interview question and answer kind of a thing. That is one kind of preparation just before interview, 2 days before or 1 day before, or tomorrow interview means today night. But reminding always, you have to keep it in mind that you are preparing for consultant position. If you are a associate consultant, you are trying for a consultant. If you are a consultant, you are trying for a senior consultant. If you are a senior consultant, you are trying for a principal or managing consultant kind of thing. So you are looking for a role where you are going to do. The interview question and answers can be helpful for you in the interview to answer certain kind of questions, not all the questions. Okay, today we have put certain kind of questions on the Excel sheet. I was asking the situations. Those kind of questions you may not answer if you are just preparing Q&A. You need to read that, what $100 or what $10, then you have to understand what is the condition, where it was happened. So based on that you need to answer it. Okay, so we have our IDOC courses, and there are some change requests and all are there. You can come to Ganesh SAP SCM, and there you can find these Udemy links. You can choose whatever the course you wanted to have. You can click and you can enroll it, and share this video with all of you. And I hope today, how many members on 629 views means I think randomly people would have at least 500 people. That today my target also at least 500 people should come in online. So in that 500 people, I hope at least 100 people will go to Udemy and give the ratings to all the courses which you have enrolled. And if you 200, 300, 500 also if you go, then it's very happy. And yeah, I shared that if you go to our YouTube community, you will find the free purchasing course link, which is already still valid for 2 more days. And I think you have 300 plus people can enroll. Go and enroll, keep learning, and you can complete the certification, and you can post on LinkedIn, and you can just enhance your LinkedIn circle to fulfill your dreams. Okay, so whatever the link I have shared, that is already the code is inside. It's a free code. You can go and just click on the link and enroll it. Thanks again to all of you, and happy weekend. Keep sharing knowledge. Today you don't have documents and videos, so share my videos or my documents or some other trainer, some other content creator videos or documents. Tomorrow you are going to share your documents. First of all, make sharing knowledge as an habit. Leave about who is the author of the document, who is the author of the video. Okay, one day you also can become. Thanks again. Let's meet in some other YouTube live. Be safe. Thank you.